Question number 3, we'll start with Mr. McElroy. What would be your solution to increasing the city's water supply, including how any improvements would be funded?
Well, most of you have sat here and heard just about every idea that has come through the city council study sessions, meetings, and other places that have had these discussions. I would suggest that all of the things that we have talked about are what we need to do. I know that the reservoir is totally out, so it's going to be what we have decided with the Lake Togo. The dredging, although the dredging, some people put much more emphasis on it than I think. I think that is a maintenance proposition that we should just, once we figure whatever we're going to do with that dredger is going to just keep working. That's going to be something that we will continually do in each basin. I still believe that there is a partnership with ADM in this. They have said no to the reservoir. They have not said no to other options. So again, I believe that the city water department is working with ADM, and that opens up some other doors.
Thank you. Mr. Daniels?
We do need to address our water needs, but before I get into that topic, I want to bring to your attention examples of why we need change in Decatur, why we need better oversight of the professional staff, why we need more involvement of our city council and mayor. We spent $600,000 of your money studying alternatives to build a lake outside Decatur that 3 years later we decided we may not really need. There's no evidence on the table that Decatur ever needed a 10,000 acre-foot lake expansion. In fact, if for the last 30 or 40 years we had better managed the silt built up in our lake, we might have at least 5,000 of that in the lake we have. Since our lake was built, it is filled in with 10,000 acre-feet of silt. That's the entire lake that people talked about building for the last 3 years. There are solutions we can take advantage of that are easy gets or low-hanging fruit, and we should do so. It is true that dredging is not going to be the solution long-term to our needs, but it is an important way to manage the quality of our lake resource. That needs to be done. It's also an example where the ball has been hidden from the community about how ineffective it was. The management and supervision of the dredging operation caused us to dredge literally 1/3 of what we planned to do for the last 3 years. It came to light late, but now we can begin to deal with it. One of the things we need to do is offer our workers the kind of incentives to do the job we need done 2 or 3 shifts a day to get better productivity from our dredge operations. There are other options we can use to pursue additional water, and we should do so.
Excuse me. Rebuttal? No? Anything to add?
Well, I just would say I think we need to inventory some smaller solutions for expanding our water supply. You've heard some of them mentioned earlier, like TOCO, lowering our intakes. I do think if you look at the recent analysis done by the city of the dredging potential in Basin 1, there's a substantial amount of additional water supply that could be gained there from dredging. Not to hide the ball from anyone, but there's an important issue. What do we do with the dredge material? That's a tough solution. We need to look for an answer for that.